Please do subscribe to the show. We have amazing podcasts coming up. So please do subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Hi, Saloni. Welcome to the L Cube show.
Hari Om, how are you?
Hari Om, namaste. Thank you so much. I'm very good. And how are you?
I'm great. After talking to you, it feels so good, so positive. Thank you for
You are
having me.
positive. You are spreading this positivity with so we have Saloni here. She's a yoga instructor, I could say, and she actually lives, breathes, and I think she just lives yoga. And she has
I really live yoga.
yeah, she does. And then she I think you have some retreats as well, right? You do host retreats as well, yoga retreats.
Yes. So I call myself a yogapreneur actually. So entrepreneur, yoga. So yogapreneur.
Yogapreneur. And then I think you call yourself yogini too, right?
Yeah, but it's a very, very big thing. So it was just a compliment to my name. That's why I named it Yogini Saloni. But to be a yogini, it will take, I think, I don't know how number of days.
I think you're on the way. You are definitely on the way. First, let's start with I know you sing very well. I heard you sing. And can you sing a small some lines of which is related to yoga and that soul and the human journey? Anything, your wish.
Sure. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha sarve santu niraman sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit दुख भाग भवे ओ शांति शांति शांति
Oh my God. Oh, you actually, I feel at peace after you sang that. What does it mean briefly? What does it mean briefly?
So this is Sarve Bhavantu is like you want to pray to the Lord, to the Almighty, to the divine power that everybody on this planet should be nirogi. Nirogi is without any disease, without any stress and pain. All the plants, all the animals should be the same, happy, and so fulfill all the wishes of all the humankinds on this earth. So this is actually for everyone.
Wow.
So it is said now when you pray for others, you get the best of the fruits.
Yeah. Oh my God, you sing so good. Your voice is, you're blessed. Yeah.
Thank you. Saraswati ji. Blessed.
Yeah. What is yoga, Saloni? What is that word yoga and what is the actual meaning of it? And what are we understanding these days and what should we understand as humans?
Sure. So I'll be simplifying yoga to you actually. So it's yoga. So when there's a union of two things is called yoga. Right? So यहाँ पे किस चीज का योग हो रहा है? So we are actually making union of our soul to the divine. Yes. So how it can be done is through your body. So your body meets your soul meets the divine. So when these three things are in the union, it is called yoga.
Okay. So because your soul resides in the body, you're using body
to reach the soul, to connect with the soul.
To the
and
divine.
Soul will is so pure and it is automatically connected to the divine. But it is just the body and the mind that is not connected to each other. That's why we are unable to go and connect ourselves with the soul. So your body, mind, soul unites to meet the Paramatma, that is the divine.
Okay. So that is yoga.
Yeah. And that's why in yoga, we work on these three things. We work on our mind, we work on our body. So the mental state and the physical state, we get hold of our emotional state. And then these three are connected and then you become enlightened. You become conscious about the consciousness of the cosmic energy.
Right. Okay. So I have to break this here. Okay. Let's break all that.
Yeah.
You said mental state and physical state. So in yoga, we all know that there are breathing exercises and physical exercises, right?
Physical exercise.
So through physical exercises, like while doing the asanas and stuff, what are we exactly, how are we connecting it to the mind?
So it is said that the more you are stable with the physical part of your body, if your body is stable, your mind will be stable. You can only do stable asanas when your mind is stable. So these both things are very, very much connected, right? So
Right.
when your body is able to balance, that means your mind is conscious enough. Your mind is focused enough to have a stable body. So your stable body gives you stable mind, and your stable mind gives you stable body.
Okay, that makes so much sense. So whenever you have to perform a particular asana, you have to get that control of yourself and balance of yourself and the
Yes.
breathing at the same time. So that automatically makes the mind control, which
Yes.
automatically makes the
Makes
soul.
your asana control, and you are focused, you are controlled, you are centered, and that centeredness is required to reach your highest self.
Okay. So is it different, let's say if you're jogging or if you're swimming or anything, and while you're doing asana, I think the only difference is that the balance, right? The striking of the balance through body. When you're jogging, you don't need balance. You just
You
jog.
need no, you
Oh, you
need
do?
balance.
Okay.
Yes, if you are not focused, you might fall. You don't know where to keep your foot next.
Okay.
Right? So
Right.
everything that you are doing,
Right.
yoga, another meaning is everything you are doing. Right now I'm
Mm.
talking, I'm doing yoga because I'm being kind to you. So
Okay.
being kind is another part of yoga that you are doing, right?
Okay.
So you're jogging, you have to be focused because you don't know where you're keeping your foot, the next
Okay.
foot, the next foot. So
Okay.
continuously you're focused. That's when you go out for a jog or a run, you feel good because your
Yeah.
mind was concentrated on that one activity.
Yeah.
That's why you feel so good after a run or a jog.
Okay, so how is it different to the asanas? The jog lighter feeling you're getting or the focus you're getting?
Hmm.
How is it little different to asanas? I know the end result is the same,
Yeah.
but how is it different with asanas? You're
Right. So
standing from one point. Yeah.
yeah. So asana is multiple. So jogging is flexibility, the movement of the muscles, right? In asana, you're actually touching on every nadis of your body, right?
Okay.
So it is actually giving you much more benefits than just by running. You don't get that much. So running will give you energy, right?
Right.
But at the same time, you will not improve your stability. You will not improve your focus towards one thing, right? Because you are continuously moving,
Moving.
right? In
Yeah.
asana, you need that hold,
Mm.
right? In asana, you have to hold the asana for 5 breaths. When your teacher
Mm.
says that hold this asana for 5 breaths, that means you have to focus, you have to stay centered, because the moment your mind goes there, your balance gets off.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
that's the most difficult asana I can say is the vrikshasana, right? The tree pose. We feel that, oh, this is so
Actually,
easy.
that's my favorite asana. I love
But
it.
that's the most, I'll say that's the most difficult one when you do it with the closed eyes.
Right. I actually love Vrikshasana.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the moment you close your eyes, thoughts start coming in, and then
Mhm.
you lose the track, and then you get off balance. You start
Yes.
shivering, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that so
Okay.
jog, you have movement, a lot of movement,
Right.
right? So still you are not completely focused, and you are not doing it consciously. Asana needs to be done consciously,
Okay.
right? While jogging, you are just jogging,
Yeah.
right? You are not focused enough. You are listening to the music, you are watching here and there what others are doing, what others are wearing. In
Mhm.
asana, you are completely on your own, on your mat.
Yeah. And then you're holding the center, I guess, the center of yourself.
Yes.
So, and you were speaking about the nadis. So, how many nadis do we have? And there is a lot of like not very good clarity about these nadis. So, what is this nadis, and how are we? How do you like connect it to the asanas? Like each asana, what are these nadis? First, tell me what are these nadis and where are they located? The main nadis, at least.
We understand pranas, right? So it's pran. Pran
Okay.
is the life force, the
Okay.
thing that you are alive, जिससे आप जिंदा है, the prana, right? The
Okay.
vital life force is called prana.
Okay.
So the prana flows through these nadis.
Okay. So in layman terms, what is prana? Can we call it oxygen or air or what is it?
No, it is
No.
still not figured or
Okay.
said by the science. They are still searching about nadis. So
Okay.
they talk about the nervous system, they talk about the veins and everything, but it is not. This is beyond all these scientific terms. So
Okay.
there are 72,000 nadis in our body.
Right. You can say
Yes.
energy centers. Are they energy centers?
Yeah, they are. So chakras are energy center. The
Okay.
veins are coming in from all the sides, and there are bunch of nadis that forms the chakra. So
Okay.
there is a junction, right? These
Yeah.
nadis are flowing, and there's a junction. The
Okay.
junction is called the chakras. So
Right.
these 72,000 nadis come in a junction point of these 7 places, right? The
7
junction is
chakras.
7. Yeah. So that becomes the 7 chakras. So these nadis meet at the junction point. So these junction points makes one chakra, right? So if they are meeting here, so these are throat chakra. If they are meeting at the heart center, these are the anhata chakra. So these nadis are that. So if when we say that we want to activate or balance the chakras, we are actually balancing the junction, and because of this junction, the other nadis, the vital force, life force,
Okay.
flows through the nadis.
Okay, so if you do yoga, so you are, as you said, the prana is activated and the prana is flowing properly through all the nadis, and it's connected directly to the chakras, like a lot of nadis coming. So if you do yoga, that means your chakras are balanced, your nadis are good, your prana is good.
Yes, the energy flow, there will be no blockages. So
Okay.
the issue with the nadis is due to our lifestyle that we are living, we actually block the energies that are flowing in these nadis. We block the pranas that are flowing.
How do we
nadis.
block it? Tell me how.
So if you are having too much of tamasic lifestyle, like you are alcoholic or you are not exercising, you are more into smoking or not living a healthy lifestyle, the food habits, your thought process, because of all these things, the traumas that you experience, all these things actually block your energies. So that's the reason we have to work
even
on
your thought could block your energy.
Yes, truly. Thoughts play a very important role while when you say. So, what are affirmations? While you are saying your affirmations, you are talking positive about yourself, right? You are talking everything. So, these positive thoughts are actually unblocking your nadis. They're actually unblocking the energies that are blocked in that particular. When you say, I can communicate well, I can actually share my ideas and creativity without any hesitation, that means you're working on your throat chakra and throat nadis.
Actually, it works like that?
Yes.
Wow, that's...
Affirmations are very, like, you might have experienced affirmations if you do it on a daily basis. It is the thing. When you say a particular line, it is all connected to your chakras. Every chakra is responsible for some benefits and issues, right? If you're not good with your status in the career, right? If the career part is not good, you're actually having some imbalance or some energy blockage in your sacral chakra, that is the Swadhisthana chakra. So all these chakras are interlinked, and they have to have some balance, and we have to activate. So all these asanas, pranayam, these things are actually helping you to balance the chakras and unblock the energies that are blocked.
Okay, so let's say if someone is having a negative thought, okay, for a moment, and that person does yoga regularly, and you're unlocking all the nadis and energy points and everything. So will it help the person bounce back from the negative thought faster than the rest?
Yes. The shift will happen automatically. First of all, it will start feeling positivity in your body. So the negative thoughts that were coming in, the number of negative thoughts will actually get less.
Right.
Because you're filling your chakras and nadis and your body with all the positivity. So every time we say, ki when I practice yoga, it feels so good, you feel light. So that lightness is, the negativity is going out. You are exhaling all the negativity from your body.
Okay, so let's say for people who believe in destiny, right?
Yeah.
We cannot change the destiny. Who believe in destiny, let's put it there until that point.
Yes.
But
Yes.
whatever your travel is, let's say, okay, fine. After 5 years, the destiny is not going to be good, or after 5 years, it's going to be good. Whatever, the journey is in your hands. Is that what you're saying? How you go there,
You can change your destiny
or you
with
can?
your thought process. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
right.
It is just that what yoga teaches you to be in the moment. We have already heard about it. People are
Mm,
talking about it, to be in the moment, because the future is uncertain, right? You don't
yeah,
know about the future. But
yeah.
just because of the future, we are actually hampering our present.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Right. And hampering our present means we are talking negative about our future.
Yeah. Oh, it
Right.
will be like
What
that.
if
This will
this
happen.
doesn't
That will
happen?
happen.
Yes. So you are actually molding your future in the present.
Okay.
What you should be doing is you should prepare for the future, not think about the future ka result, right? You are just preparing yourself. Okay, whatever the future is, I'm preparing myself. If the
Okay.
future is uncertain, I'm just
So you think yoga is the only thing that could get us that?
I think that I have not tried the other thing, but
Yeah.
yes, yoga
No, but
is
as
one
you
of
said, like, because if you're
tried and tested.
connecting to the nadis and if it's actually working through the chakras, people these days are doing all kinds of things to get that balance. That balance is the most important thing which everybody is losing.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, you have these doctors who used to say after a long illness, they used to just go to some hill station and come back, right? You
Yes.
must have heard this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go change your environment and come back, you'll feel better.
Hmm.
So, what's the reason behind it? It is just that your five elements are going to meet the five elements of the nature. That's it. The reason behind it. So, when the five elements of your body is meeting their five elements, like the source,
Yeah.
that's why you feel good. You feel connected. That's why we feel so good beside a beach. We in the mountains, right? You feel good
Yeah.
because you are going back to your source. That's what is missing in this city, or that's why you go to your source and you feel good. That's why
Okay.
you feel all the goodness in your mother's lap, right? When you
Yeah. You
just,
feel safe. You feel safe.
yeah, because you are near your source. This is that's the source I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Why did you come into yoga? And
Why
how
I
long
came,
how long was it? Like, yeah, that before you and then after you, why did you decide to start doing this? And
I don't know. It was some calling. I'm telling you, Pratyusha. I was a completely over ambitious female who wanted to achieve all of it. I wanted to have a cabin. I wanted to have people working under me, and I was doing good. By God's
yeah,
grace, I was
yeah.
good. But then I was not happy with the goal. That, like, what it is. Where am I going? Okay, I'll achieve this. Okay, what next, what next? There was always a what next question,
Yeah.
because you are over ambitious, you are not satisfied with what you are doing and what you are achieving. But I started yoga for the stability of, I was very, I'll say, what do we say, chanchal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, like, it used to be a punishment to me when my father used to say you have to sit at one place.
That happened with me as well. My mom, all my life, all she said was to me was she doesn't know how to do it, but she always used to
Yeah.
tell me meditate, meditate, meditate. But until that day when it actually triggered, and then I started meditating. Now she asks me like, "How do you do it?" I can't sit for 5 minutes, and she's like, "How do you do it?" And I'm like, "You told me to do this." Yeah, I
Right.
get it.
So that's the thing. The stability of mind, the clarity of mind, taking decision at the right time. Because decision making, everybody is good
Yes,
at it. But
yes,
are you taking the decision at the right time when it is needed?
yes,
Right?
yes.
That clarity, that vision was somewhere missing. And
Hmm.
I just started practicing yoga because I was flexible and I could
Okay.
do asanas, and I used to really flaunt. If you could
Okay.
go back to my social media, these are all yoga poses, flaunting yoga poses. Then I got deeper and deeper with the practice, and I understood that just difficult asanas are not yoga. You are not doing yoga. You are
Hmm.
just playing with your body. Are you doing the asanas with all your consciousness? Are you doing asanas where you know how to hold, how long to hold, with all these sense, right?
Yeah.
Is your
Like
breathing
with ease, I think, because when you're doing a headstand in one of your reel, I saw it how slowly, consciously you're doing it. It's not with force, like, oh, I have to finish it, like I have to bring it up. You are not doing like that. I think it took you days also to get the headstand to the right position.
1 year, Pratyusha ji.
1 year
Yes,
with ease and
with
control.
ease and the hold. I
Oh,
actually hold my headstand for 1.5 minutes. Then I could say that, oh, I could do it now. I one of the reel, you see that reel also. That was
yeah,
the day I achieved my first headstand,
yeah,
and I was into tears. I'm telling you.
yeah.
So one more learning from my gurus that taught me asanas. They used to say the day you leave your ego out of the mat in achieving an asana. So we get into the ego. So my split was this close, like my pelvic region was this close to
To the
touch the
ground.
mat.
Okay.
Right. And I was like, today I'm going to do this. Today I'm going to push my limits and I'm going to do this. It
Okay.
was not happening, and it happened for like quite a month, right? It was your only. And
Okay,
once
explain
my
that part, that leave your ego outside and then come onto the mat. Explain that
So,
properly to me.
yeah, so ego is that only, that I'm going to do it anyhow today.
Just do it.
Right. Just do it. I'm going to achieve this, Asa. So
Mm.
this is not what it is required. The daily practice, getting on the mat, trying the same asana daily. Oh, today this it doesn't happen. Tomorrow it will happen. I'm going to do my hard work. I'm not going to give my.
What
I'm
is the
not going to
difference
give
in doing the hard work in both the situations? You with your ego and then without the ego. What is the difference, would you say, in pushing
the
yourself
difference
to
is you should know when to stop.
right?
Right, you should know when to stop. In ego, you don't know when to stop, and you keep stretching and you keep stretching, and
Just
that
because you
becomes,
have to achieve that just for that day.
yes,
Or let's
you
say,
forget the benefits.
if you want to win an argument, just for the sake of it, you bring in your ego, you demolish the other person by saying the most nastiest things about them. Boom. Is that
Yes.
okay?
So in asanas, actually, you should understand, oh, this is my limit. I should stop. Okay, I should rather work on the stretching part. That will actually improve my hamstring. That will actually improve the flexibility and open the muscles up nicely. So improve the stretching part, not just staying in the split for minutes and minutes and hampering your muscle. That becomes ego, right? Oh, I'm not going to leave it today. I'm just going to do it, whether it's hurting me, whether it's the stretch is turning into the pain. So that's not. So you have to step aside. You should know when to stop.
But isn't that so beautiful, that how you can actually relate everything to your life, and then it's all in front of you, but we don't know how to match those puzzles, that small
Yes.
pieces. Just what you said, that leaving the ego outside the mat, leave the ego in the relationships, or leave the ego in yourself.
So one note that I have always kept with me, and it's a beautiful learning from my philosophy teacher, is you should learn to react. You should learn to respond, not to react.
Wow, I heard this a lot of times. I understand. Yeah.
Yes, and I have been practicing this thing with many people, not just in relationship, with every relationship around me, with my kid. With the kid, it is very difficult to practice this reaction thing because it
And
comes like this.
and also husbands, yes.
Yeah, actually. So I have been practicing, and
Because
I
I
have seen
think
the
there,
difference.
I'll tell you a small thing here. We did a podcast with Sanjay Raghav sir, who is a neurologist in Melbourne, Australia, and we did about Arunachalam, and then the who am I part of, Ramana Maharshi, and all that. There he was saying the same things about like how you have to practice yourself every day, and then in a situation of war, you don't. He said something like, the countries who win the war are the countries who practice at the peace, not at the moment of the war.
Exactly.
Yeah, that ego part, he explained it very beautifully in that podcast.
Very.
And then I understand what you're saying from there also. But when you said, respond, not react, that's a very fine line.
Yes.
We lose
Very.
ourselves. Most of us, we do.
People do ask me, oh, reaction is responding, right? No,
it's not.
responding is when you take a step back, you look to the situation like an observer, and you think, is my reaction required? that is responding.
This is exactly what he said too. And he also said that because of that, you're actually hurting. See, ego comes only with your loved ones. With other people, you'll be like, I don't give a shit about them. And then you're like, you don't care. But with the loved ones is when you raise your voice to make a point and change them and win the situation, or, like just get things done then and there. And he said that if you really love the person, that egoistic love should be put aside, and then you respond and do better in the situation.
Exactly. And when you are shouting, when you are raising your voice, when we raise our voice, right? When you can't hear, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
When we raise our voice on our phone or somewhere, some person is far away from us. So the situation is actually when two people are not connected very well. So you guys are actually moving far from each other. That's why you really need to raise the voice, right? Because the connection.
How you said respond in that situation when the other person is shouting, and when you feel like shouting, you should stop yourself and you should observe and read the room. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and just ask one question
to yourself.
Is this situation important or the person? Is winning over the situation is important or the person? You will always get the answer that person is important. So choose to respond. I'm not saying that give up on the thing,
sometimes,
right?
Let's say if you have to make a point, but how you make a point is very important. Like the responding is how you make a point, not reacting.
Right, reacting with. And reaction will always spoil the whole situation, It will become more and more nasty if you start reacting on one thing, because you will react once. The other person will give you multiply by 2 reaction.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
Right. And you don't want to stop. He doesn't want to stop. Nobody is making any sense. And the things gets worsened. So it's better you be the person to take a step back.
How does yoga play a role in this responding, not reacting? Where does yoga come in here then?
Yoga here comes that you will be able to respond. You will be choosing of reaction or respond. A yoga practitioner will be able to, because reaction comes very quickly and naturally, right?
Yeah.
Reaction will not wait. Okay, should I give reaction? Should I give? That doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Respond will be thoughtful, right? My response is needed, right? Reaction happens, but a yoga practitioner will be able to calculate this thing and will choose response, not reaction. So the yoga practitioner will be able to hold the reaction, just like holding the asana. He will be able to hold the reaction.
I think it's just how your body moves itself. How you see the Bharatanatyam dances or Kuchipudi dances or any classical dances, their approach to speaking to a person, and even someone who knows music, arts people, their approach to people is more sensitive. People into arts, and the way they handle a situation is very different to the normal field. I don't want to name the names, but just for the sake of it. So maybe in yoga also, I think that body will. I think you will just mold yourself into that yogic kind of body where you're flowing. Oh, you know what? I saw that in you when I'm watching your reels. I felt that before recording this podcast, I was speaking to you. I told you the word flowing. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember.
I felt that you are flowing whenever you are doing an asana, or whenever you do dance, you do sing, right? But you flow very effortlessly. I sense that in you.
Yes, this was not before, I can say. This steadiness, this kindness, this flowing thing, what you are observing, this was not before. My parents doesn't recognize me. They always say, you are not
How long has it been, Saloni, that you're practicing?
More than 5 years now. Okay. And I have seen drastic changes in me.
How much time in a day do you put to yourself for this yoga?
So as I said, I practice yoga on the mat and beyond the mat, actually.
Okay, explain the beyond the mat for me, because on the mat,
beyond the mat is actually very philosophical. So I practice asana, pranayam, And I also practice yoga niyam yams. Okay, there are 8 folds of yoga. When you say yam niyam, so there are set of rules and regulations that you have to practice, like when you are in yoga. So you have to be kind to people. You have to abide to all the dharmas. Dharma is not religious like Hindu dharma. It's not. Dharma is more of your duties towards relationship or the society or the people around you. So I do practice all this. So I don't judge people. I practice non-judgment, non-expectation, the detachment part. So these are all beautiful concepts, what I have learned in yoga, and that is actually giving me more stability, more I can say clarity, and the connection with the divine.
So where do you get this yam niyams you said, right? Is that the word?
Yes.
Yam and niyams.
Yeah.
So
Yam and niyam.
is it like in the asanas or in the pranayam, or is it beyond that? Like, do they teach you this stuff that these are the dharmas you need to follow if you're doing yoga?
So these 8 folds of yoga, it is so when we say we are doing yoga, so we are not just doing asana, right? We are actually practicing
But
8.
isn't it what like 90% of the world is doing right now? You just take a
It's a
yoga
very-
mat and then you do the asana or you do a Surya Namaskar and then boom, you are off, you know.
Oh, so it is said that asana is just 20% of yoga. Just 20%. Yes. All other things are this yam, niyam, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. These things you have to
Explain
follow.
all these 8 briefly to me,
It's-
like each.
It will need another podcast to
Okay,
explain.
briefly,
all
let's
this,
do it
but
briefly. We'll
yes.
do another podcast like for them itself, but briefly go with each of them, like in
So
one word.
yam is you are not going to steal. You are not going to lie to others. You are going to be humble. Niyam is how you are going to practice, how you are going to practice the rules and regulations of yoga, right? You non-judgmental, non-expectation, right? There is apigraha, right? Apigraha is you will not accumulate things. You will not accumulate unnecessary. So this is what, if I can say, it's like minimalism.
Minimalist. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you will be minimalist. Jitna required hai, I will be spending that much. I will be accumulating only this non-possession, what we say. Right? You are going to be practicing detachment. So, to reach the samadhi, the moksha level, you have to abide all these things, and then you'll be reaching the moksha. So asan, pranayam, pratyahar, all these things will take you till samadhi.
Wow. So wow. You know what?
And this you can refer in a very beautiful book called The Light of Yoga. This is this in the detail they have explained everything. The yam niyam breath. So it is called the 8 folds of yoga.
I'm glad now at this point. Initially, I wanted to do podcast with you about yoga and other stuff, but now I'm realizing that I'm new to this side of the yoga. I only know the how old am I? Like all this life, I've been in touch with yoga. Only asanas and pranayam. That's it.
The same thing with me. When I started yoga, I told you I was just doing all the fancy asanas, which are not even there. That also I used to do, just the modified version of this, the advanced version of chakrasan with one leg up and all. But this is yoga is more than just doing all the fancy asana. This is the way of talking. This is the way of living. How you eat your food. Are you eating your food with all the mindfulness, with all the connection? Or are you just scrolling your mobile and just having the food?
Isn't this the manual of life? People talk about the manual of life. What is the manual of life?
Yes,
This is the manual of life.
Yoga, that's why it is called yoga is a lifestyle. Yoga is not just losing weight or just getting your body in shape. No, it is not. That's the difference between the other forms of exercise and yoga. You know, yoga will provide you all these things: mental, emotional, physical stability. I have seen a very wild form of exercise, that is the CrossFit.
You know what? There are in some Western countries there are these things called beer yoga. Do you know about these things?
I have heard. I have heard.
What are they turning this into? Like,
Yeah.
Even
So-
I don't have any right to comment on that also, because see, I know what, like I want 10% when you're saying all this to me, like only 10%.
Right.
Now tell me, Saloni, we're all doing this 20%. Let's say 10% is your asanas and 10% is your pranayam. Okay. The other 80%, which you said all the yam niyams and all.
20% your asana, 30% is your other things, right? Pranayam. Okay, and then meditation. So pranayam is the other most important part of yoga.
Okay.
If I ask you, do you breathe properly?
No.
Are you breathing correctly?
No,
right? Many people at the age of 50 are still confused with how to breathe. The thing that they're alive on, we don't know how to do that.
I know. We have this Yogi ji, who I met him in 2019. He's called Yogi Amandeep Singh. He will be on my podcast very soon. He's one of my guru. I met him in 2019 and he asked me like, where are you breathing from? And I was breathing from my heart, from here. He said, breathe should start from your nabi, the center of your stomach. It should start from there. Yeah. And then from there, not most of my time, but I try consciously when I'm breathing, I try to fill my stomach and then consciously, whenever I'm possibly can do. It has become a habit that this heart comes faster. It's like, it's not that. You need to fill.
Because of the lifestyle, Pratyusha ji, this is just because the lifestyle that we are so stressed. We are so worried, we are anxious. At the same time, there's too much of information coming in. So we are not able to focus, right?
Yeah, because it takes 15 seconds. If you breathe properly, it takes 15 seconds for one breath to finish, like the inhale and the exhale.
So your pranayam will help you to stay focused, right? Because you are just breathing correctly. Your whole conscious mind is on the breath, where it is going, where it is reaching, and then where it is coming from, where it is coming out, right? But we are just taking advantage of this breath. We are taking it for granted. We are just taking smaller breath. We are just taking breath from our chest and not from our abdomen, right?
Yes.
So this is very important. That's why just because of our lifestyle, we are not able to do it consciously. That's why we have to practice pranayam for at least that 15 minutes. We can breathe consciously and get most of the benefits from pranayam.
Okay, so we understood the asanas part and the pranayam part. The other 8 folds which we were talking.
I can share one more thing with you.
Yeah,
it's an eye opener actually.
Okay.
So, do you know how many breaths do you take in 24 hours? A normal human being.
I heard about this, but I don't remember exactly right now.
It's okay. It's perfectly fine. This is around 10,000 to 12,000 breaths in 24 hours. A healthy person takes, right?
Okay.
Our yogis used to take 36 breaths in the whole day.
See, that's what, because I remember the number has to be in a 2-digit number when you said 10,000 something, because that's exactly, the breath takes so long if you do it properly. In this lifestyle, it's...
Yeah, and we are here with certain number of breaths. Our breaths are written.
Yes.
People say, he is on his last breaths, right? So that last breath means the balance sheet is now over, right? It is over. So just imagine how fast we are actually
Yeah, is that why like in some of the Himalayan yogis, you see them living around for 300 years, 400 years?
Dirgha Ayu, it is called the Dirgha Ayu. They are going to live long because they have complete control over their breath and prana. So just because you are breathing consciously, your prana will flow nicely and you'll be having Dirgha Ayu.
It's not to live long, it's to live properly also, right?
Like, yes.
We're not asking to run away from the cities and go and stay in the Himalayas. Here, by knowing that, you're actually making your life better by doing all this, right? Yeah. And so coming to my point again, the pranayams, asanas, fine. These 8 folds, you said that these are the dharmas of yoga. So you got it from your teacher, I'm assuming, right? Whoever taught you yoga. So to follow those things, do they just give you like a booklet saying that these are the rules you just have to follow because you're doing yoga, or is there any more process involved to follow those 8 folds also?
Anybody can follow these rules are not just for yoga practitioner. Any human can follow these set
why I'm asking you is, Saloni, like I want to bring it to the daily life. Okay, let's say someone who is working and who has like no time in their life, I can take out 45 minutes of my time in the morning to do asanas and pranayams, let's say. Okay. So the rest of the time you said that you do beyond the mat, right? So how do we do beyond the mat and how do we put it into practice? That's my question.
Yes, this I can say it like, can we practice kindness to other people?
Yeah.
It's very difficult nowadays. So you have to imagine a glass of water in your hand, okay? People, and this glass is filled with water, and the water is of kindness,
Okay.
okay? And you have to do all the work without spilling a little amount of water from this glass. You can't sit with the glass of this kindness, okay? Like,
Right.
you have to do all the roles and responsibility, being a mother also, being an boss also, or an employee also. Can you still hold this glass walking all around your daily course and not spilling a single amount of water on the ground?
If
So
we flow
that's,
like if we flow like you, I think we can.
yes, so this water is of kindness. Can we be kind to an unknown person? Can we be kind to a person who is talking rubbish about us, and still you are listening and
Saloni,
you're
I'll
just,
tell you this. Sometimes in life, you're so tired with things happening around you and all, really kind people, really good people also. I'll take myself, okay? I
yeah,
came to a situation in life where at some point, okay, not now, but there's a point where I'm like, I am always like trying to help people in whatever the manner I can, but it's always coming back like a snake towards you. This happens to a lot of people. Lot of people say this to
yes,
you. Like
yes.
there will be a point where me as a person, generally, if I'm traveling in a car or something, if I see something happening, I'm someone who will go out of my way, go ask, fix it, and then come back. But there will be examples and scenarios where you'll become someone like, okay, this has taught you a lesson, no, just do your thing and then go by yourself. Like, this society, is it making you, or the situations are making you? I don't know. Like, how do you come back to that? Sometimes
Can
I
I say one thing that
Yeah.
another note that I have kept in my life is help when help is asked for.
This is a very good point.
And
I learned this lately. Yeah.
is this asked for? So was the help asked? So if you are doing the help with all your unconditional love and respect towards that person, then don't expect anything in return, right?
Yes.
Are you expecting in return and that you are not getting? That's why the pain.
Sometimes
Right.
you are someone who is like, you just want to give, that's all. I'm someone who is
Yes.
like, I'm like,
So
it's okay, that's their thing, but I'll just keep doing this only. But
that's the
sometimes
best life
we
to live in.
holding yours. I get
Yeah.
your point that help when
Help.
it has a value when it's asked for.
Yes, yes. And then you will not actually expect something in return because the help was asked and you are always a giver and you wanted to help, right?
Yeah.
And if you are still helping without people are asking you, so then it is
No
not actually
expectations.
good to expect something from them. Do
Yeah.
it unconditionally anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. You are someone who is made like that. You just keep doing whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
Enjoy that process.
Yeah. I
It
understand.
always add on to your good karmas. It will not go in vain.
Yeah. So this the other eightfold. So you said that, okay, kindness, you don't practice kindness. As you said that it's something which flows generally, right? So the rest of the stuff, how do you practice those things?
We
Like
don't lie. Then other thing is not stealing anything,
Mhm.
not even an idea also. Like if somebody is doing something on a particular idea, if you're copying that, it's again, you're not following the niyams of yoga.
and being jealous of other people also.
Being jealous of other people also, and attachment. That's a beautiful topic. People get scared with this topic when they hear the word detachment. They
Yes,
always feel
they do. But
that
it's very beautiful once you start detaching.
beautiful.
Actually,
Yes.
the same thing Sanjay Raghav sir also has spoken in that. If you actually start seeing the detachment, you actually do it beautifully more than when you're attached to the thing.
Exactly. Yes, with
Yeah.
all your love, unconditional, what we say,
With
right?
unbiased.
And yes,
Yeah.
yes. So people actually get scared when they hear the word detach. And they say ki it's detaching from the person. No, we are not asking you to detach from the person. It is detaching yourself from the situation.
Yes.
Yes, that's the
I think when
overall.
you detach yourself, you automatically respond, not react.
Now Pratyusha ji is understanding the whole
Yeah. I have a little bit of touch to spirituality side, so that's why it's like I get the points. But in regular life, you try to be that, but it's hard. But I'm trying. I'm one who's trying. I won't say that I have achieved it. I'm definitely trying. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? All these things are connected. So if you
Mm.
practice one thing and then you will be getting into the second standard of it, then you will be more
Mm.
stable. So you will be practicing pranayam. Okay. That stability of mind will give you stable asana. That stable asana will give you stable meditation. You will be, so meditation requires three things, right? Your stability, you have to be sit without any disturbance. You
Yeah.
have to be conscious about your breath.
Breath.
So that will actually help you to meditate. So
Mm.
meditation will be 100% when these three things are practiced well, right? Pranayam,
Okay.
asana, and then your meditation. These three combines, and then you have yoga.
Yeah.
And that stability will come when you have no attachment, when you have nothing going on back of your mind, right? When you are like living a life of a yogi, where you are
Yeah.
not.
Then what do you say to people who ask, like, let's say if we are like that, how can you achieve goals in your life if you start doing all this? How do you do this and also achieve what you want to do? I know the answer, but I want to listen from you.
Can you frame it a little bit more
Let's
about?
say my goal is to buy a 3 bedroom apartment in Mumbai, which is like
Okay.
impossible these days. Okay. But you have this contentment, which is like you're satisfied with what you are, and then you want to be minimalist, you want to be detached, you don't have expectations, you do your hard work with the flow. So how do you also be successful and also be doing all this?
So I'll say the very first thing is ki, other than thinking about the goal,
Mm.
did you start the process?
Yep.
What we humans do, we actually have goals and results already thought about it.
Mm.
Ki, oh, and that actually makes you attached with the result. And
Okay.
then the pain, what if the result will not be as desired? What if my goals are unachievable? Right.
Okay.
So you are just because you're thinking about the result and goal, you get too much connected and attached with the
It's
result,
exactly how
not
you
with the
said you're doing
process.
your asana with ego, with force. Then actually, you will do it. You will do it in the next couple of days,
Yes.
but with
Yes.
flow and peace.
Exactly, exactly. So just enjoy the process first. Are you enjoying the process? And then you will be able to enjoy the result.
Okay, it's just that you're going from point A to point B. How you are walking while you're going there
Exactly.
gracefully, or are you running with like that panic, and then you're disturbing the whole atmosphere around you, the auto rickshaw
Exactly.
wala to the person who is walking next to you?
Yes, yes, yes. It's the same thing. So never think about the result first and then making paper plans for reaching the result. First, do the process. Everybody asks me this question, oh, how do I do this? How do I get this stability, this calmness, and this stability of mind? Did you start practicing first?
Mm.
Right. Did you start the niyam? Did you started your asanas? Are you getting on the mat daily?
Yes.
This is the process. This result will automatically come, Pratyusha ji.
Yes.
This is God is waiting to give you.
I
The
think I
universe is
think we need to push ourselves for that time of where I'm again going back to Sanjay Raghav sir again, because I'm very moved by he's so good, trust me.
yes.
Is that he told me to wake up and then sit for 10 minutes, prepare yourself for the time. And the same time, because it's yoga and asanas, you're preparing your body, you're preparing your mind for the day. It will take you 30 to 45 minutes, but that will give you very good results, right? But trust me, getting onto the mat is the biggest
Biggest task.
yeah.
And and this is what is your test, I can say,
Yes.
that are you reaching till your mat? If reaching to the mat is easy, everything else will be achieved.
Okay.
Everything, good
So,
health,
so
good
only
life.
thing is that getting yourself that 1 hour of yourself reaching to the man. If you can do that, the whole 23 hours is going to be good.
Going to be yours. Yes.
Yeah.
You will be able to manifest nicely. Your dreams will come true. Your desired goals will come true because this process is being practiced.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we all want the result first, and then we are not thinking of the process.
Yeah. So
And you know what happened when you reach to the result somehow without
mm,
enjoying the process? You reach to the result. You have got your 3 BHK in Mumbai.
You
Okay.
can't hold it. You can't hold it.
You will not be able to enjoy that.
Enjoy it also. True.
Okay, I have got it. 3 BHK. Now what? Now 5 BHK.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I think you will break somewhere. You while you're going, you find you'll achieve the 3 with the pressure. There will be
Yes.
exhaustion point for the pressure point, right? Where while you're going to 5 or 7, somewhere it'll be like fut.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is so. Even when we say na reaching to the toes while touching your toes, it's not the journey till the toes is the learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
Right.
recommend people to be sattvic if you want to do yoga?
Totally. I will recommend this strongly because sattvic just not by your food, but also sattvic by your nature.
Nature,
Yes.
thoughts, and everything.
Behavior and
It's not that you don't get into the thing. You have to pull yourself back to the tracks again. Yeah.
So during meditation, we get all the negative thoughts.
Oh, please tell me about a little bit of meditation also, because see, I keep explaining it to people. They ask me like, oh, shouldn't I do it? I can't sit for a long time. I'm getting this. I'm like, it's okay to get the thoughts. The whole point is to get the thoughts and you get used to it, and slowly there will be a point where there will be like nothing and you get answers in your meditation to yourself because you're speaking to yourself, taking your time out and speaking to yourself. Meditation, how will it be in initially? Because people are thinking once you sit, you become a yogic person and they'll be calm, and no, it doesn't. You tell me.
Years and years to reach that one point of nothingness.
Sometimes I'll tell you a little bit. Sometimes if you sit for 1 hour also, I think there will be like 1 or 2 minutes only where it will be ultimately peaceful.
Exactly. And that is magical. I'll tell you that
1-2 minutes is like,
yes,
I know.
Your meditation is done for a month. You can say that. That's just one moment of nothingness, right?
Yes.
So while you are sitting for meditation, you have to be stable. So people who are complaining that I can't sit for long is because you're not doing your asana practice nicely, right? That's why you're not able to sit for a longer duration in Sukhasana. This is the most comfortable asana, but people are still not able to sit in this position because they are not practicing. Mind having negative thoughts or any thoughts, positive, negative, any thought, because the mind is not focused, because your breath is not conscious enough, right? You are not taking your breath consciously. That's why the negative thought. Okay. So while meditating, you might get negative thought that you have never even thought of. Like but the thoughts are not new. They were there in your subconscious brain, right? They were there in your subconscious mind, and they are just reflecting in your meditation. So what you should do, you should just take it, analyze it, and leave it. Or if it is very negative, replace it with a good thought.
Yes.
Just quickly replace it. So your mind will get trained. Oh, whenever there is a negative thought, you have to replace it with the positive thought. It's very scientific.
And then you do it normally also when you're doing your regular works also, you automatically replace it.
Replace it. Yes, absolutely. So that's the normal thing that you train your mind accordingly, right? So mind will understand, oh, whenever there is a negative thought, I have to replace it with a positive thought. So in your out of the mat also, you will be practicing the same
thing. All practice, mind practice, body practice, everything is practice.
So practice, it is said, na, practice makes men perfect.
Yeah.
So
these are all the things which we've been hearing since our childhood, but I think we're just not, how you said, taking it to the mat that every day. I think everything is like that. Like we all know all this information, but execution.
That's what happened, people have associated the good thing with fear. So at least with fear, people do it. Right? I'll share a very beautiful example that whenever a kid is swinging his or her legs, sitting on the chair or on the bed, you must have noticed
yes
the habit. So we have to say them no. Okay, don't do it. But they will not listen to it. Unless what you did is you associated that thing with the fear, saying if you do this, your mother will get ill.
Yes,
and most lovable thing is the mother.
Yes.
Right? The kid will instantly he'll stop doing that.
Yeah.
This happened with our religion also. Things that were not easy to understand or our narrow mind will not accept it. That's why few concepts are associated with fear.
Fear, right.
So at least with the fear, they do it.
Yes.
Right? But now people are being very conscious about it. People are open to learning. Sanatan Dharma is taking a good pick,
Yes.
I can say.
Yes.
People are talking about it, and people adapting this Sanatan Dharma, people adapting this yoga in their
They're
life.
asking questions. They're asking questions and they're curious and they're learning.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So in one of my reel, I was talking about the lota that is kept while chanting mantras
Yes, the
and
water. Yes, yes.
yeah. So the very scientific reason is water has the ability to store memory and store all the positivity and everything. If you talk to the water negative, the water will hold a negative energy.
Mm.
Right? That's why our ancestor used to not drink water of someone's house, right? If you
Yes.
know,
Yes,
they
yes.
always used to say, "हम किसी के घर का पानी नहीं पीते हैं." Have you heard
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because water holds energy of that particular house, and they don't want to drink it and adapt it in their body.
Is that why in one of your reel you said that while cooking also you chant mantras that actually brings positivity to the food? I heard
You know,
Sadhguru say this also actually.
everybody, our Sanatan. So I didn't say it. It's the Sanatan
Okay.
Dharma talk. Whenever you eat a prasad, right?
Hmm.
Always the prasad tastes so nice, so good. The yummiest prasad I have had. You always say
Yeah.
Satya, you have the prasad
And
and the best.
you don't taste it while you cook also.
Yes, because it is being the mantras are put into it, the positivity of that puja is put to it, right? The tulsi is put to it. So all these things are nurturing the energy of that particular prasad, right? And that's why when it is given you in this amount, also you're satisfied. So nice. And when you have a platter full of everything, you are still not satisfied. That's the difference between when you chant mantra or when you cook with all your good intentions. That means your appetite will be full. It will provide you good health.
Is that
also.
why they said that anciently that you should take a bath, and then anciently women in India, you take a bath, come and cook?
Yes, yes. All these are so making sense, nowadays. Earlier, I used to not believe it, Pratyusha ji. I literally used to not. But it is like you go out, you meet people, you interact with energies, right? And you are bringing all these energies home. And then you are going to enter your kitchen, make food, prepare everything for your family. So your energy that you have bought from outside or whatever, negative or positive, you are going to put it in the food, and then you are going to give it to your family also. So everyone is going to get hampered with that negative energy. So that's why when we say ki we are the ghar ki Lakshmi,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes, because we are the one who are going to create. We are going to create wealth, prosperity, health, everything. We are the creators. The feminine energies are we are creating everything. So why can't we consciously create good energies for our family? While we are cooking, we should not cook with all the anger of our kids or of this everything. But the lifestyle nowadays, you understand, right?
We don't get out of the 90s until the kids leave to school. It's like
I don't get it. It is just that you have to be a little conscious, a little more rigid about practicing these good things, right? We adapt the negative things very quickly. Oh, okay, it's okay not to take bath, it's okay, we can cook now, there's less of time. But we have to manage it. This management will teach you to
tell me
manage.
this also, like, why do they ask you to take bath? Is it because like we involve with all kinds of energies the whole day, right? Or let's say
to wash it out.
Yeah, to wash it out, right? Basically to wash it out.
Yes. Even I'll tell you one more thing. Whenever we go out and come back, your parents or our ancestors used to
Wash
say,
your
"Did you
feet."
wash your hands and feet?
Yes.
Do you wash your hands? Why only hands and feet? Right? Because this is the more receptive things to get the energies inside.
So maybe these are like the first points where the energies enter.
Yes. So that's why they used to tell you ki go wash your hands and feet.
Yeah.
That's why in our Sanatan Dharma we don't shake hands. We do namaste.
We don't. Yeah.
That's why. That's the reason, because there is less transfer of energy.
Yeah. Tell me the ideal morning schedule. Okay. Explain to me that Brahma Muhurta, and then when you need to do yoga before bath or after bath, or when you need to do the basic chores of the morning, like from the start.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be sharing the basic schedule that everybody can follow, right? Because just my sadhanas and everything, that's why I get up at
Do you
4:30.
tell these things in your retreats too?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do.
Okay,
And
please.
we follow the same schedule
Please
actually.
educate us too. Thank you.
So start with your morning as early as possible. If you can start with the Brahma Muhurat, it's going to be the best. So Brahma Muhurat is just 48 minutes before the sunrise, right?
Okay.
Sunrise, say 48 minutes pehle. So that's the Brahma Muhurat. So anything that you want to work on, if you want to work on your spiritual path, if you want to work on your yoga, if you want to create something, the best of the best that you want to do, you can do it in this Muhurat, and you will get immense positive
What is the
results.
window? What is the window? So 48 minutes before the sunrise. So how long is the window there?
You can practice. You can practice it for 1 hour. You can practice till till the rises. So, but that starting from that minute, it is very important, right? Sit for your sadhana, meditate. So what happens? This Brahma Muhurat is like a Wi-Fi. Okay, so what happens when many people come to your house and you have only one Wi-Fi? So what happens? The Wi-Fi gets slow because many people are using it.
Yeah.
Right? The data consumption is for too many. That the consumption gets the frequency gets low, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. The universe is sending energies. Everybody is getting energies. But at this time, the energy is at the peak because others are not receiving it. They're all sleeping. Right? And your house is like the Wi-Fi is there and you are alone using the Wi-Fi. So just imagine the speed and frequency that you'll be getting. Right? So that's the time of Brahma Muhurat, and you can manifest at this hour and things will come true. I'm telling you this.
Okay. So do you have to bath before sitting into meditation or yogasana? Or
if it is possible, you can. Or at least I say change your dress. Change your night dress to your yoga dress or your any apparel that you practice during your exercises or anything that you can just change your dress. Okay. And after that, you can start with your yoga asana. Okay. So practicing whatever you wanted to do, meditate or you wanted to create something, right? So all these lyricists or poets, they actually practice their creations in Brahma Muhurat. Because they are able to think, they are able to create
better.
What better. Yes. Yes. So that's the. And after that, practice your yoga asanas and everything. Then pranayam to cool down your body, because asana will give you good energy. It will be lifting up your energy, and pranayam will settle down it. Right? You'll be balancing both the temperatures of your body. Right? So we'll talk about Ida and Pingla also.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So after that, you can practice your asana, pranayam, and then you can start with your daily routine, like preparing yourself for office or school or colleges, whatever you want to do it, right? Then when you are in your office, or then you have to practice that yam, niyam, pranayam, right? If you're breathing, you have to be conscious about your breathing. But nowadays, you are traveling in the train, you are being in the hustle of this crowd and everything, it's get impossible, right? To take all your focus to your breath. So your morning rituals, it is called the morning ritual, should be very, very good and very, very thoughtful, so that you have the essence of this morning ritual throughout the day. So what I practice is, I get up at 4:30. I get ready and do my sadhana. My sadhana is around 40-45 minutes. And then I start with my yoga asana, where I practice on my physical body, right? And then after that, pranayam. And then I'll be preparing myself for my office or college or whatever the things I do. Right? And in the night, before sleeping, I again have my ritual that I do. It's a small sadhana before, so I don't touch my phone after getting up and before sleeping. So it's a window that I don't use my phone. Absolutely. Time when I just do my practice, meditation, just be there, and then I sleep. So that's the thing. So start waking up early and then sleep early. Have your food on time. So yes, food habits. So you have to eat your food before sun sets.
Sunset.
Right? So around 7:30, around you can have your food. People who are working late in their office, they can't have their food. Just make it a habit, right? If you can't have your food at 7:30, 8 is still okay. Or you can buy a nice salad, or you can have a nice khichdi if you are in the office. Just try to inculcate this habit at initial level, and then later on, seeing the benefits, you will be getting motivated to leave your office early in time, reaching your home and completing your food.
Right. Yes.
It's just that 21 days to practice particular thing, and then will automatically do it without any efforts, right?
Yeah.
We have 3 important nadis, right? This is Ida, your left
Ida
side.
And Pingla. Okay.
Yeah, your left side is Ida, your right side is Pingla, and within this, like between this is Shushumna Nadi. So Ida is more to do with your mental state, that is anger, anxiety, depression, poor digestion. So if this side of your nostril, so your nostril is also, this is Ida, your left side
is Ida.
Okay. Right side is Pingla, and this is Shushumna. Then both are balanced, the Shushumna gets activated.
Okay, so how do you put them balance?
Nadi Shodhan. The very, very best pranayam is Nadi Shodhan. Nadi Shodhan is a alternative breathing pranayam. Take this mudra. This is a mudra. Okay, you have to place it on your right nostril. Yeah. You inhale from the left.
Anulom Vilom. I'm sorry, Anulom Vilom. Yeah, Kapalbhati is the stomach thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Anulom Vilom. Yeah.
But there's a small difference between Anulom Vilom and Nadi Shodhan.
Okay, tell me. So we put this too, and then
how you do Anulom Vilom is the same.
Yeah, we actually we breathe in through this and then stop for a while and then release through the other. Yeah.
That hold for the while is Nadi Shodhan. In Anulom Vilom, you don't take Kumbhak. Kumbhak is the hold of the breath.
In Anulom Vilom also we do hold it for a while, right?
Then it becomes Nadi Shodhan.
Oh, okay. No, I've been doing that. I didn't know. So you breathe in, right? And then you hold the whole thing and then release from the other.
Yes.
Okay, so the holding is Nadi Shodhan.
Yes. Yeah. It's
actually, when you're holding, you have this sensation inside. When you're actually holding it, you can feel that. I don't know how to explain the sensation, but you have this tingling sensation inside when you're holding your breath like that.
Yes. And Kumbhak is very important, This holding of the breath gives you more focused and centered mind, I can say. So that Kumbhak is. So Nadi Shodhan is one of the most effective pranayam that balances your Ida and Pingla, both.
Okay, so when these two are balanced, the Sushumna is perfect.
Yes, the Sushumna gets activated.
So what happens when Sushumna gets activated?
Enlightenment. Yes. Right. So this is all doing of your Maya world.
All you need to do is this Nadi Shodhana, the exercise you just said, to get get balance and to get activated.
Yes, when all the nadis are balanced, when all your chakras are balanced, you will automatically reach to your crown chakra. That is enlightenment, which is.
Let's finish this podcast by you doing the Nadi Shodhana and then Shodhana, right?
Yes.
Shodhana means researching on Nadi, right?
Yes. You are analyzing
and all
the to your Nadi.
Okay.
Yes.
Explain that and then we'll end the podcast so that the viewers could benefit from that.
Okay.
Because I see that's the easiest tip, right? To get balance, other than yoga asanas and all this. I think this is one very important.
If you relief from stress, if you have anxiety, I don't use the term anxiety because it's very negative actually. But yes.
Before that, I have to ask you something else as well. In one of your reel, I saw this. You are saying that if you want to stop overthinking, you said close your eyes and chant Om Namah Shivaya 11 times or 108 times. Why Om Namah Shivaya for overthinking?
Because that's the sound of universe, right?
Okay.
And that sound of universe is the sound of your. So Aham Brahmasmi. What is Aham Brahmasmi? I am universe, right? I am universe. So the sound of universe meets the I am universe. So this energy transmission is happening,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And which gives you the sense of nothingness,
Right.
right? Because this is again the source meeting the source.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are all so interrelated, I think. See, I know a little bit of astrology also. Okay. So in astrology, when you don't have proper moon is your mind, right? Your manas.
Right.
So we always recommend to go and pray Shiva, Lord Shiva, do
Yeah.
Abhishekam to Lord Shiva and Shiva. And exactly when you said overthinking is the exact mantra, there are a lot of other mantras as well, right? Why Om Namah Shivaya? Then I'm like, oh my God, they're all so interlinked and then so interconnected.
And we all say that Shiva is the source. Om is the source of the universe, right? Sound of the universe. And you know, the best part is anybody can chant Om, right? Even a person who can't speak, even he can. That's the only word in this whole universe that anybody can chant, because there is no touching of your tongue, right? Yes. So the syllables are very much chantable. So anyone can chant Om.
So if you want to stop your overthinking, close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position and say Om Namah Shivaya for 11 times at least.
Yes, minimum at least 11 to 15 times, or you can take the whole Jap Mala, the
Jap
one
Mala.
not.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's get into the Nadi Shodhana. Enlighten us with that now.
Yes. So this is the Vishnu Mudra where you
please observe, do observe.
Yeah. So this is your Vishnu Mudra where you fold your index finger and middle finger. Your other fingers are like straight. Your thumb, your right thumb is used to block your right nostril. Okay.
Yes.
Now you will be inhaling from your left. You are blocking both the nostrils. Hold here for a few seconds and release your thumb and exhale from your right. Again, you are inhaling from the right. Hold. Exhale from the left.
Okay. So this is what I do, but I thought this is Anlom Vilom.
It is very similar. The other mudra, the practice like alternative
But I think
breathing.
in Anlom Vilom, we don't do Vishnu Mudra. We close the middle 3 fingers and then we use this because it's easier to...
Yes. Yeah, to get into this mudra also you need thoda sa like stability.
Yeah, see, because it's not, I'm trying to do it with you. It's not, for me, this is easier for the Anlom Vilom. So I'm going for this.
Yes, but there is no compulsion, Pratyusha ji. You can do it the way you were doing it. Is Vishnu Mudra itself has some benefits. It auto focuses your mind.
See, why not? Yeah.
Yes. And it is good for weight loss also.
Wow, see, girls and boys. Yeah.
Just taking this mudra and sitting for like 2-3 minutes also and practicing this will actually balances your weight.
Okay, thank you so much, Saloni. I don't know how. See, I'm getting this amazing guest on my podcast. You won't believe me. You can go and check all my podcasts. I'm getting this amazing guest. But I please request viewers, please. I don't ask subscribe because that's not my intention. To spread it is my intention, but the whole point is that I have to ask in order to spread it, I need the subscribers. So please, viewers, please do subscribe, and then only to spread it. That's all. So we can all get enlightened and we can all live our lives better. Saloni, I want you to come onto the podcast again and enlighten us more. And please check out Saloni's Instagram as well. It's called Yogini Saloni. I'm going to give all the links of Saloni as well. And she does retreats. If you're in India, you're lucky enough, you can go and attend the retreats. Thank you so much, Saloni. Thank you so much.
You are doing a fab job, I must say. That's the most beautiful karma of someone to spread positivity.
Yeah, it's all because of guests like you. I am nothing here. Seriously, I'm someone also like all the viewers sitting here, and I'm okay that I don't know anything, Saloni. I'm being very frank here. I don't know anything. It's fine. You telling me at least if I can follow 1% of it, that's enough. That's all I'm trying to do.
All are learning.
Thank all the guests who has come on the podcast. Amazing people, good souls. You won't believe me. Each and every one of them from the starting, God has blessed me with very good souls.
Souls attracts good soul, Pratyusha.
Thank you for that. Actually, I'm really happy to be surrounded by people like you. Thank you so much, Saloni. Again, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Pratyusha.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.